Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali berjumpa dengan Letup News. Akhirnya Robert Martin, seorang jurnalis asal Australia, benar-benar mantap menjadi muslim, saudara, ya. Setelah bulan Desember yang lalu, 8 Desember 2025, dirinya mengkonfirmasi rumor, ya, mengklarifikasi bahwa rumor yang beredar tentang dirinya telah memeluk Islam itu benar. Nah, rencananya prosesi syahadat secara resmi Robert Martin akan dilaksanakan bulan ini, Januari, ya, di tanggal 17, ya, 17 Januari 2026 di Melbourne, berlokasi di Hyatt Place Event Center, Melbourne. Hari Sabtu 17 Januari mulai jam 5 sore sampai 10 malam acaranya, ya. Sekaligus ini cerita kisah mualafnya, ya, interview dan syahadat seorang Robert Martin dengan tema I am ready to become a Muslim, my story plus syahadah, ya. Bagi Anda yang tinggal di Australia, di Melbourne, bisa datang hari Sabtu 17 Januari 2026 jam 5 sore di Hyatt Place Event Center. Beliau akan berbagi kisah perjalanan hingga menjadi Muslim, rasa sakit, pertanyaan, momen yang membentuk dirinya, dan perjalanan yang akhirnya membawanya menjadi Muslim. Ini lebih dari sekedar pembicaraan, ini kebenaran, ya, kebenarannya dibagikan secara terbuka untuk pertama kalinya, ya, saudara. Dan Anda juga bisa menyaksikan syahadat yang secara langsung difasilitasi oleh Syekh Ahmed Basal, penginterview di acara tersebut nantinya. Dan beliau juga akan menghadiri acara di Doha, Qatar, ya, pada tanggal 31 Januari dalam sebuah seminar berjudul The Muslim Generation Summit, Bringing Generation Together. Pembicara utamanya Robert Martin, dan dihadiri juga tokoh-tokoh Muslim dari berbagai negara. Ini acara berbayar, ya. Dan inilah dia pengakuan terbaru dari Robert Martin kenapa dirinya memeluk agama Islam, ya. Berasal dari keluarga Kristen, justru sebelum dia menjadi Muslim sebulan yang lalu itu dirinya ateis atau agnostik, saudara. Namun karena sebuah status akhirnya dia pergi ke gereja, namun karena dia tidak mengimani lagi Kristen, seperti hambar dan hanya terpaksa saja pergi ke gereja. Itulah pengakuannya.
I was atheist, agnostic. I was brought up as a Christian, but not in a very good way. You know, I used to go to church because I was forced to, and every sermon I thought was about me in a bad way. And so I've never been religious. I posted about the Quran 10 years ago because I said that the Quran is a book that needs to be not just read, but to be understood. How could you possibly not? When you look at it, when you read it, when you think about it, when you feel it, when you see it, and when you're surrounded by it, you can't deny it. And I don't think that if you had a group of atheists in Palestine, they wouldn't survive. One of my dear friends said, look, Rob, people are asking you to become Muslim because they want you to feel the love that they feel in Islam. I was an atheist up until 2 weeks ago. You know, I woke up the other morning and thought, I'm a Muslim. That's pretty cool. This is cool.
Sebetulnya perkenalannya dengan Islam dimulai sejak 2016 ketika dirinya memperdalam lagi tentang situasi-situasi terkini tentang Palestina, karena Robert Martin ini adalah jurnalis yang aktif membela kepentingan Palestina di media sosialnya. Di tahun 2016 dirinya memposting sebuah foto dengan 2 buah kitab suci Al-Quran di tangannya, The Holy Quran dan Quran in English. Dan saat itulah dirinya menyadari bahwa ternyata selama ini dia disesatkan oleh berita-berita miring tentang Islam dan Palestina. Dirinya bahkan mengaku telah disesatkan tentang berita-berita miring tentang Islam dan tentang Muslim itu secara keseluruhan. Flashback ke belakang, dirinya sangat menyesal dan merasa malu secara jujur bahwa dirinya membawa begitu banyak ketidaktahuan begitu lama tentang Muslim, Palestina, dan yang berhubungan dengan Islam. Kitab-kitab yang dipegangnya inilah menjadi awal penanda kebangkitan dari dirinya yang secara mendalam mengetahui apa yang sebetulnya ada di dalam Islam. Sebuah pergeseran yang tidak pernah diduga tetapi mengubah hidup seorang Robert Martin. Dirinya bukan seorang religius Kristen, jauh daripada itu, tetapi dirinya memutuskan untuk benar-benar belajar Islam dan menyarankan, ya, bagi siapapun yang ingin melakukan hal yang sama Dirinya tidak bisa merekomendasikan hanya cukup mendapatkan terjemahan Al-Quran, ya, tapi harus belajar Al-Quran secara mendalam, bukan hanya sekedar dibaca. Islam bukanlah sesuatu yang bisa dibaca secara santai. Ini adalah sesuatu yang harus dipelajari, direnungkan, dan dipahami dengan hati yang terbuka. Itulah pengakuan dari Robert Martin. Kita doakan semoga beliau istiqomah di dalam iman Islam. Dukung terus channel ini dengan cara like, comment, share, dan subscribe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And you've got one of the top military minds bombing these people and getting away with it. And so I thought, this can't be right. And so I started to read a little bit. You know, you've got to dig beneath the surface. And two documents I came across. One is the Hasbara Guide book, which teaches people in university how to speak about Israel and how to demonize the Palestinians. And the other one is the Israel Project, which was done by a marketing company doing exactly the same thing. And in these books, it would say every single time that you use the word Palestine or Palestinian, put the word terrorist in front of it. Every time a Palestinian is killed, they died. Every time a Palestinian is killed, don't give them their name. Leave them nameless. So basically what you're doing is you're giving them the terrorist brand, and that's it. And they deserve their own death. But when an Israeli was killed, they were murdered or massacred. They were a loving father of how many kids. They would name all the kids. They'd tell you what this particular person did for a job. And again, you would start to go, hang on, this doesn't make sense. Well, that document went far beyond the universities because I saw our newsreaders doing the same thing. They were using the same words, exactly the same words. And then our politicians, again, would parrot the same propaganda in and out. And for anyone that had no idea or anyone that had basically no idea at all, they would be leaning towards Israel. They would be leaning towards Israel, and they would lean against the Palestinians because they're Islamists, they're terrorists. And I started to see that it wasn't right. I started to type on Facebook, and when I typed something, it went viral. But when my mate, my Palestinian friend, he typed exactly the same thing, it didn't go anywhere. That was my first real scene to racism. I was a white atheist, and so people believe me, but we don't believe our Palestinian brothers and sisters. And I was one of those people. I was one of those people completely on my own to villages. I was invited into houses. None of them wanted anything from me. All they said was, Rob, please tell the world the truth about us. And I would ask a lot of them, what do you think of the Jews? I was told in a very stern way, we have no problem with the Jews. This was the occupation and Zionism. We just want to live in freedom. We want the freedom to move, the freedom to travel, the freedom of all of those things that you and I both have, that they don't have. That's what they want. And it's not too much to ask, is it?